morning, and welcome to Retro 500, where I take a look at a retro game in 500 words. Give or take 10%. Let's go. I'm a firm believer that you can thoroughly enjoy something without being particularly good at it. And that pretty much sums up my relationship with fighting games.
You lose!
I've loved the Tekken series ever since I got a Tekken 2 demo disc back in the mid-90s, which I played relentlessly. The character roster was limited to Jun Kazama and Lei Wulong, and my greedy ass wanted more. So that year I begged Santa for the full game, and he ended up bringing me the first one. Bastard. Wow! Is this real life? Arriving on the PS1 in 1995, around a year after its arcade debut, this is Tekken stripped back to its bare bollocks. No sidestepping, extra modes, or dignified character customization. Just pure limb-based fighting fun, clunky and unbalanced though it may be. Tekken set itself apart from fighters of the Street and Virtua varieties with its limb-based control system, where each of the 4 face buttons corresponds to a character's limbs. This allowed a simple but clever implementation of more realistic fighting styles like Jeet Kune Do, Karate, and Bear. Where the game differs less from its arcade counterparts is in its difficulty. Tekken 1 is an accurate port of an arcade game that was designed to squeeze as much money out of its patrons as possible. And it couldn't give 2 shits that it's now running on a home console. The AI is brutal and doesn't try to hide the fact that it's a dirty little cheater, able to perform one-frame ducks, prioritize its moves over yours, and blatantly read your inputs. It ends up turning the single-player mode into a sort of twisted puzzle game in which you have to work out which of a character's moves will cheese the AI into submission.
You win.
3-dimensional graphics of the mid-90s rarely age well, and Tekken 1 is no exception to the rule. The characters have knockoff action figure proportions, there's no lighting system, with shading instead being baked into the textures, and the infinitely scrolling stages feel more barren than in subsequent entries. It does, however, run at a solid 60 frames per second at a high horizontal resolution, which helps the game look crisp and feel responsive. There's a special place in my heart for Tekken 1's soundtrack. While it pales in comparison to Tekken 3's music, it has that 90s Namco vibe that you can also hear in games like Ridge Racer, and was clearly good enough to be reused as themes for Tekken 2's unlockable characters. It took another 2 games before Tekken really found its feet, and outside of novelty and curiosity, there's little reason to play its first foray into the fighting game fray. It does illustrate just how far the series has come since 1994, whilst staying somewhat true to its roots. Many moves still exist, such as Kazuya's Phantom Demon Spiral Kick, which the AI still has trouble blocking to this day. It's a far cry from the level of fun we've come to expect from modern entries, but it's hardly worth lobbing off a cliff. Hey, thank you so much for watching this episode of Retro 500. If you enjoyed it, please consider doing us a like, maybe even a subscribe, and you can rub my bell should you wish. If there's anything that you feel I missed, please let me know down in the comments, but until next time, please take care of yourselves, and goodbye.